can find me waiting in the dark. Hide away my spark for the world to see. You can find me holding back my heart. You can't hurt me anymore. I'm free.
Hello and welcome into the Boise State Esports Arena. We are super hyped tonight here for some Halo action. We're also extra hyped because we have some very special potential joinees of the Boise State Broncos here tonight, kind of guests of honor playing on the stage up there. But to transition back into Halo, we do have ECAC, Boise State versus Post University. Their records are super even, so this will definitely be one of the games for the books. 3-2 for Boise State and 2-3 for Post University. I am your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Audrey Norris. So our first game mode is Slayer, and with Slayer, there needs to be a discussion about when do you press W and when do you press S.
Oh yeah, especially because, you know, Slayer, the main objective of that game mode is just to get as many kills as possible, and although that might seem simple, in competitive, sometimes just pushing in like that isn't going to get you the kills you need, because it might just end up with another point for the other players.
And taking a look at our match tonight, it is again ECAC Collegiate Halo 4v4, of course, best of 5. Each team bans a map. Losing team picks next mode. Excuse me. So just kind of another look at that. And then Doc's keys to the game, which will help everybody in Halo kind of try to get that leg up there, control that high ground, rotate to power items, team target, and sweaty comms. And Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. And before we get into the match here, I'm sorry I cut your analysis a little bit short there with the reads and about the thing. So back to pressing W and when to press S in competitive.
Yeah, so like we were talking about as the map is loading up here, it's really important to understand what the value is of your life in a game. Sometimes when you're going in as a team, it's more important to push in and fast and quick and try and get as many heads as possible. But if it's just you and maybe another person, it might be more wise to back off and try and regroup with your team, so that way you can save your life and give the team less points, especially in a game mode like Slayer, when that is the objective.
And it's also really important to know when you can't get out and when to kind of like save yourself those extra couple of seconds that you maybe would have gotten running away when you ultimately can't escape.
Yeah, totally. And again, in Slayer, it's another one of those things. It's always going to be better to have more of you around than less of you. So if it's just you left, you might as well just go in and hope for the best and get out quicker if that's going to be the case, so that way you can regroup with the team and actually be more effective as a team, as it is a team sport.
Clickheads, hope for the best if you're the last one standing here. So again, this is Boise State versus Post University. Teams have been let out. We're going to see who finds who first and who gets first blood. Oh! Well, that looks like it will go the way of... Actually, that's a trade. It looks like Boise State and Post made a little bit of a trade there. But it looks like currently Boise State is up 1. 2-1 with 11 minutes and 36 seconds remaining.
Boise State currently regrouping right now, trying to get a couple more shots, it looks like, on Post University.
Some shots are being exchanged in Turbine. We see that kind of shield go down. We see somebody has that high ground there. They're kind of peeking. Reality, it looks like, is going to be able to get an elimination there. Now 5-2, Boise State 6 and 7, just going ahead, and now they get to push into House, and we're going to see if they'll be able to rotate to that final. No, that they don't get away.
Yeah,
House
now
elbow.
ooh. Back out into the yard. They do have to be careful though, because being out in the open does present a challenge, but they're able to push up on Post University.
Wow,
Get
Boise
another
State's
kill.
really popping off here. 9-2.
Yeah, Reality's got 6 kills right now under his belt.
Ooh, as we see some shots exchanged in Nest up that ramp there. Who's going to win the duel? It looks like Reality is going to be the one to win that duel. Right now, Reality, I want to say, is kind of carrying with those kills and assists. 7, far and away, like almost double the next highest kills. Ooh, now 8.
Pushing up there, like we were talking about.
Sending us now 13-6. Turbine, we kind of see Reality rotating a little bit, kind of walking around. Not able to find anybody just yet. Ooh, some shots were exchanged. Now he's got to turn around, try to win that 1v1. Is going to get taken out there.
Yeah, it's now 14-8. Post is trying to catch up a little bit.
Ooh. Well, I mean, they're going to do exactly that. They have a little bit more than half of Boise State, 15-9, 9 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. We see some shots exchanged, and Reality is just going to get taken out there, as well as Uli Toxico, one of the newer members to our Boise State team who's been performing.
Kind of backing off right now, throwing a grenade to cover the escape there, but Mortar isn't able to quite pull off what he wanted. It's now a little closer, 4 kills between them.
Yep, 16-12. Post is definitely kind of like getting in there, getting eliminations. Boise State has kind of been caught on the back foot, it feels like, for these past several eliminations here. Now 17-14, that gap that was almost 8 or 9 is now just 3. Post University is really coming alive in these final 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
Ooh. Mortar was able to get a solid couple shots off there, though, and looks like in the background Reality did too, so Boise State's trying to push up more, get some more points.
21-16 now. Boise State is kind of taking that lead back. They're not quite double. They're looking to try to double here. We kind of see some shots being exchanged in tower. Actually, no shots being exchanged. They're just looking for some enemies right now, pushing in through tower to hallway. And then there's the duel. It looks like Reality's going to win that duel there and go up 13 to 3 deaths.
Ooh, Reality went down there to an unfortunate grenade. Boise State's still in the lead, though, with a pretty comfortable amount of kills.
Yeah, 25-19, 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. We see Uli get eliminated by Permish there. On the side of Post University, I really want to highlight Werta, where it looks like they are 10-2-7. So obviously that is 3 away from the next closest Permish. That we see Vagar kind of coming in, who is currently 5-4 with 2 assists. But Reality still sitting here 13-5, 28-21, 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Post University is not letting Boise State get too comfortable in their lead.
Ooh, nasty shot, well, no, sniper shot there. It's kind of a close range shot, which, you know, works too, because if you got a strong gun and you can manage to actually pull it off with a quick melee. Just kind of taking shots right now.
Ooh, we see some trades come out. Looks like Reality is going to get an elimination. Mortar is going to get one as well, but immediately get taken down by Permish. Ooh, and Nominal is going to go ahead and get that elimination, kind of trying to even things up. 31-25, still in Boise State's favor as we kind of, time is dwindling, 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
Kind of holding down platform right now. So that way Post can't get past them. Now pushing up in Brutes. Reality has his teammate backing him up now. Still, still in Boise State's favor, and still a pretty good lead with 33-28. That was
Ooh. We saw him charge it all the way up to Canal, now on tower, charging it up again. Gonna have to drop and like go for that low ground there. Veigar's going to get taken out, but so is Werda, and then as well as my dude. It's a little bit of nade spam to find out if there's anybody in that stairwell from hallway. Now we are down to platform, kind of looking for some elimination, dodging some nades. Reality's gonna lose that 2v1, and now we cut to tunnel. And what duels happened in there? We see some nade spam go out. We see an elimination come out. Will they be able? They will be able to get the double kills. Fantastic job by True Mortar, sending Boise State 39 to 32 in these final 6 minutes and 11 seconds.
Boise State just holding down hallway and tower right now, giving them a pretty solid high ground area for them to watch. Though it looks like Post is kind of grouped up on one side, with Reality just going in there. Does not really care as the rest of the team's backing him up. Able to take down 3 people there and finish off the final member of their team.
We do see some shields come in there, and it looks like we are in Overlook. Some of members of Boise State are kind of grouped up, looking for their next I prey, as it is here on Green Bend. 44 to 33. Boise State is definitely in the home stretch here now. 45 to 33. Ooh. As that member is going to go down. 46. Only 4 more eliminations, and then they'll be able to take Slayer.
Nice job for Uli Toxico there, getting 2 shots down there.
You see Reality currently at 19 and 7, but the True Mortar not to be slept on, 17 and 9 there. Both very high eliminations here, with Werda coming in not far behind at 16 and 15. And it looks like Veigar and Reality are gonna, well, Reality's gonna get eliminated, but Veigar is gonna be one of the final goal scorers there. And that's actually somebody that we have on stage, so it's great to see them kind of like showing up and getting that winning point.
Yeah, it probably feels pretty good too when you get to be up on the stage and also get to get the winning point there.
Definitely. So what are your final thoughts on kind of Live Fire Slayer?
Live Fire is interesting because there's a lot of like mixed terrain. So like some of the maps are completely indoor and some of the maps have a lot more outdoor components. This is one of those mixed maps. And so it's interesting because a lot of the indoor areas are pretty nasty choke areas where you have to be super careful managing who's with you when you go in and watching for the different like grenades, because there's a lot of different areas that could have problems. But then the outside areas are super open and there's a lot of different areas that the other team could come from you. So you have to be really careful and mindful of where the other team is.
Is there a game mode that you expect Boise State to pick? Because they do get to pick the game mode, and Post will be the one that gets to pick the next map.
I think it could go, like, there's quite a few different, like, good game modes for Boise State, so I don't know if there would be any I'd expect them to pick, but I always like watching King of the Hill. That one's a good one. And then just any control points are really fun because they just switch it up. And because Slayer's a good game mode, but it's also very basic in the fact that it's all about just getting eliminations. So the other game modes are fun because you kind of get to see a little bit more strategy, like, apparent, because there's a particular goal instead of just tap heads.
And sometimes more than like secondary and tertiary goal, like for example in Strongholds, right? There's 3 points, and if you have all 3 points, you get to go up very fast, but that is really, really hard to hold. And the enemy team is kind of always rotating, so you need to make sure that you're rotating together, kind of winning those duels, which kind of takes from Slayer a little bit, but you need to make sure you're doing so in a more calculated manner than just running around and clicking heads. Not that there's not value in that.
I mean, that is how you win in a lot of those game modes, but it is important to manage your team and where they are going and just in general where everyone is, because that's the hardest thing about competitive like team sports is knowing where everyone is, because it's not like it's just you and one other person where it's easy to track them. It's you, your team, and then 4 other people that you have no idea where they are.
You're like, I don't know where you are unless somebody else pings them. So next game mode is Capture the Flag. Are there any specific strategies that you'd like to highlight going into that?
Capture the flag it's important to always know like time when you're grabbing the flag, because as like when someone grabs the flag, they become immediately more vulnerable because they lose the ability to use their guns. So when they go in, you either have to have your team like watching their back, or your team has to be working really like doing a really good job of just keeping the other team in a spot where they can't get to the flag. And so you also want, you know, just a solid like person to grab the flag, because if they are not used to being able to deal with the other players having abilities that they don't have access to, then it's going to be a rough time for the flag carrier.
Kind of like Oddball, when you're doing the objective, you are down 1, and so you kind of need to make sure that you're in the position to do that effectively. And on Bazaar, are there any specific map highlights you'd like to note?
Bazaar is an interesting map because there's a lot of verticality in it that is not similar to, like, a lot of the other maps. This one, whenever I've played Capture the Flag, is very deadly in the fact that there's some really solid sideline pathways. Like, there's the middle gate, and then there's the top 2 areas that you can go through. And those have, like, I have completely missed people grabbing the flag from my zone just because I didn't see them go through one of those areas. So
Sneaky,
you have to be
sneaky.
super aware in this map.
Have to be super aware and check above you at all times, because somebody could just be walking across a catwalk with your flag.
Yeah, and there's also some really solid item spawns in here. There's a lot of them out in the open, so they're kind of easy to watch, but some of the items in here can be kind of nasty, especially in Capture the Flag. Having a shield or a grenade to just, like, rain down fire on that whoever's the flag bearer is always really effective.
So where are all the items located on this map?
So there's a couple in front of your spawn area, and then there's not as many in the side pathways, but then there's also a lot in the middle, and then the guns are kind of spread out, like, throughout the area. But most of the, like, solid abilities are going to be near the middle, where everyone has access to them, and you just have to be aware of when they're being generated. Like, there's certain abilities, as we can see right now on the map, that are really useful and can be, but they're just, because they're out in the open, they get picked up really often, so you have to be very mindful of that.
What's the strategy with guarding those items in the open? Do you kind of leave them there as bait, or do you just grab them for yourself?
I think that can be really hard because obviously the main goal, you know, is capturing the flag. So if you spend resources trying to protect those different abilities and gadgets and guns, then you're losing out on people who can either help claim the flag or protect the flag. And so it's really just, I think, about what momentum you have. If you're doing a really good job and you have, like, the time and people to spare, then it's definitely a good idea to watch where those people are going and try and prevent them from getting the upper hand by grabbing a better gun or just item.
Stop it if you can, but shouldn't be a priority.
Absolutely.
So it looks like we are actually really close to getting into game here. Do you have any final thoughts before we kind of turn things over and people start shooting each other?
I think that, you know, like we talked about, just really watch above and below you. There's a lot of really nasty pathways where you just can't see people coming or just won't if you're not paying attention.
Always check your corners. It's starting to feel a little bit like Valorant here. You got to make sure you always check your corners here and watch for nade spam from above. So it looks like both teams are kind of setting up here. We see things in the beginning. Nobody's really found each other yet. Both teams are kind of deciding who's going to int and who's going to stay back and defend. There's the duel up there on tower. Wow, that's going to go the True Mortar and Vagar's way. That is Boise State up 2 eliminations here. Now actually might be the time to make a push, especially with that third coming out. Mortar's a mess.
Mortar just picking up another gun to help him out there. The Sprinkler was able to secure them 2 kills, but now Reality's in a little bit of a pinch, but he was able to remove the most pressing enemy right there.
Press S and hide behind a wall. Yield, tried and true strategy. Look at him make it through that. Mortar coming in there with the assist. We see a little bit of nade spam in the doorway. That is East base. The flag is in Boise State's possession, kind of running. Got to win the duel first. Unable to do that. My True Mortar. Reality, though, going to kind of pick that back up. Will Boise State be able to pick the flag back up? Doesn't look like it just yet.
Boise State's just kind of securing the area right now on the flag, but it's unfortunately returned, so Boise State's going to have to make another push, which Reality is beginning as he goes up to the east gate, waiting for Mortar to help him. Ooh. I think I saw someone slide right next to him before we swapped cameras.
Cha-cha slide. It looks like Reality is going to get that elimination onto Permish, so hopefully it wasn't Permish that just slid in and got eliminated. And then we do see a Nominal going to take out Reality, but immediately after that, Mortar is going to get some eliminations. You can't hide behind those cans forever. Mortar's coming for you. An East Courtyard.
Flag taken.
Looks like the flag has been taken again, so Boise State's making another push here. It feels like Post University has not been able to get their kind of feet under them and even touch Boise State's flag just yet.
Mortar trying to back up the flag there, but his shields are low, so he has to kind of wait there for a second. Looks like the flag was dropped.
Flag taken.
Ooh, but Boise State's flag has now been taken.
Oh no! Now Boise State needs to choose between offense and defense because the other flag is still out. It looks like they're choosing the defense there as the flag just goes careening into the middle ground and is going to be returned.
Solid defense from Boise State there. Flag returned and a couple kills.
Cobra flag captured.
That is Boise State up 1. The thing that was halting them from capturing was their own flag needing to be returned. So with 9 minutes and 22 seconds remaining, the first score has been had Boise State's way. Oh, wow, that's pretty soon after the last one. We're just kind of already running. Didn't quite get the high ground that they were looking for, I don't think, there as we rotate into East Alley. And now we see duels happening in Antenna. East Market Bridge, East Gate. Somebody's just hiding right now as you hear the beep, beep, beep from being low shield. Oh, take him out. Oh, Vagar's going to lose that up close duel.
Which is unfortunate for Boise State because that is their flag.
And they got to get it back before they can score again.
Ooh, but luckily they have the sprinkler there to help them out, so it's
Oh, Reality, no.
Ooh, unfortunate. Boise State still has to clear one more person. And they're able to grab the flag now.
Return.
Still need, oh, they've returned their own flag, so now might be actually our second score there as you see the delivery icon pretty close to where the flag is currently being fought over in that corner. We see somebody trying to hide by Downster that will be taken out just in straight market by Reality there. Oh, the flag has been returned for Post University.
Grappling hook to just get over to the other side there for Reality. So he can set up again near their flag. Almost had the right timing for the nade there.
But I mean, they get eliminated anyway, so it looks like, ooh, that power slide through there, gonna get the, oh, grappling hook into them. What an amazing job. It looks like Uli Toxico is going to get that elimination, and we are still just 1-0. 7 minutes and 46 seconds remaining as Reality gets the next elimination, and there might actually be a flag cap here happening pretty soon. Looks like Boise State is closing in from tower.
Boise State just kind of protecting their flag. Someone did go into their flag area though, so they'll want to be careful of that. Just make sure that they cover all their bases.
Reality is going to ping somebody in East Alley. True Mortar is going to take down somebody. It looks like West Market, that duel is going to go. That's a trade. That's a trade. And it looks like the flag is being ran through East Alley here by Reality as Mortar's going to defend and take out my dudes.
Reality just kind of hanging out, waiting for his team to take out a couple of people. Or help, yeah, Mortar helping out. Unfortunately got a trade there though, so wasn't able to see it all the way through, but Boise State does have their second flag now.
Looks like Mortar is the one popping off in kills here, 17-4 as opposed to Reality 14-2. The next closest on the side of Post University is Purvish, who is 7-11. So it looks like everybody on Post is negative. Boise State has just been straight up eliminating Post University.
Ooh. Oh. It's an unfortunate
right as I say that, Mortar gets nade spammed. Looks like somebody's sneaking in through East Alley, tower, basement. Werda's going to go ahead and take out Vagar there, off screen, excuse me, as we rotate into West Alley. Kind of looking for some enemies or the flag. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Boise State don't want to be careful, though, with 2 people eliminated right now. It's giving Post University the chance to push up on their flag here there as Reality's trying to defend it a little bit. Ooh.
Shield's really low there. Is going to get taken out. That was a 3v1 though. I mean, what can you do?
Luckily,
Vagar's going to get the elimination.
Vagar's here. Ooh, but the flag was taken, so now Boise State's going to have to go on the defensive here.
We see the flag just being taken straight through main. Somebody's on him in market. Looks like there's a possible return here, but also a significant amount of nade spamming. There's a trade right in front of the flag. Now it's up to somebody else on Boise State to try to return that. It looks like West Courtyard, somebody on West Courtyard, they're looking for a way in. There's 2 of them.
Eagle flag captured.
Oh, not quite able to get that. 2-1. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Post University definitely evening up the score here. Ooh. Sorry, Reality.
Yeah, unfortunately for Reality there, just the 3v1 was not going to go in his favor.
Walked into a corridor and they were all there. And I think that is Boise State down 1 right now, even as True Mortar gets an elimination. Just kind of hanging out in market, waiting for somebody to peek some sightlines.
And as we say that, that's one of the most satisfying feelings when you're playing a game and like a PvP game like this and the person doesn't see you as they walk by.
Ooh, Reality's going to go ahead and take out Werda. True Mortar and Uli Toxico are both going to be taken out. That might ruin Boise State's push a little bit here in Antenna. But Reality's still here, popping off, and has at least one. Nope. Right as I said, does not have another team member with him. Vagar's going to go down. Reality tries to win the 2v1, but was too weak to kind of take that. And so now we are back in market. Just a straight out firefight. We see some nade spam. Mortar's going to go down.
Uli Toxico just trying to hold down the west alley here. Kind of runs into someone, is able to get a couple solid melees off there, but doesn't last much longer, unfortunately.
Dropping down from above, we see West Alley. Lots of nade spam happening in that room there.
Uh-oh.
Flag has been taken. It looks like True Mortar's going to take out Permish with a melee there. Boise State now has to return their flag from what looks like either Market or West Cafe.
Flag return.
Flag returned. There it is. Boise State's kind of in the clear, especially as Reality picks up that double kill.
Yeah, it's now only one member left in that area, but Reality wasn't able to quite get him out of the way. We're in Market now. Just kind of watching the sight lines. Nice shot from Mortar there. Ooh, nice double kill.
Uli Toxico will be taken out at the same time Werda is. We see 2-1, 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Theoretically, Boise State could just play a strong defense and capture the flag as we see East Alley. Somebody's trying to set up for an aggressive push there. Gonna get that elimination onto Permish.
Ooh,
And
Mortar
take the
has
flag. Yeet it off their base.
Ooh, for another player to go get.
And then, I mean, Mortar's just here for the elimination. Sends the flag to Reality and says, I'll cover you. Gotcha. Looks like this might be a pretty quick capture if we can return our own flag. Reality's going to win that duel. Somebody's got to get the Boise State flag back, and it looks like Vagar is going to make a valiant attempt there and almost get the elimination, but his teammate is there to follow it up. And I think this is going to be the third flag cap here for Boise State. Yep, 3-1, 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining.
Ooh, a little bit of grenade trade-offs there. Luckily, it went in Vagar's favor.
Vagar 14 and 14.
Ooh.
And then as we see Permish take down Reality, who is 23 and 8 with the lowest death stats of anybody in this lobby right now, and one of the highest kill stats. Reality's popping off.
Yeah, both Reality and Mortar are insane right now. They have way more kills compared to pretty much everyone else in the lobby, including the other players on the other team. Ooh. Nice grappling hook up there.
Oh, he's gonna take it out and return that flag. Ooh. Grappling hook
there
into
he
somebody.
goes.
Is he gonna do it again?
Oh my
Man,
god.
Reality, oh my gosh, leave some kills for the rest of us here.
Dang. Well, Reality just single-handedly was able to deny that flag.
Hold on, guys, let me
Currently
1v3.
over one. Hold up, I got this. Oh, man.
Looks like we see the flag away, so we cannot currently score in these final 42 seconds. Post University's gotta adjust their strategy, do something different, because they're 2 down to Boise State. That is 1 flag capture every 15 seconds if they want to tie. Oh, Reality's finally gonna get taken down, almost in Boise State's base. Wow, so is the other member of Boise State. This might actually be a flag return for Post University. Not quite yet, they say.
Just holding on tight right now. Boise State is on the just being defensive right now, just holding on to that flag with 2 seconds left to go.
Yep, there we go. Boise State's going to win that 3-1. Didn't go all the way there, but I would say a pretty decisive victory nonetheless. And that is Boise State up 2 to Post University's nothing. So, but before we get too into that, the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming. So let's do a little bit of reflection on that map.
Yeah, like we talked about a lot of, like, you know, about the high ground and just watching the different angles, and that really rung true in that match when we saw there. I mean, every time someone got a grappling hook on Boise State's side, they were just all over the place, including on the other players, which ended up being really effective for Boise State there when Mortar was able to just come in and, like, same with Reality, just both of them would go in and just take out a bunch of people, and then it was able to clear a path for the rest of the team to get those flags there.
The enemy body counts as something to attach to with your grappling hook. Just come in and get that melee, or just get the shots. That we were seeing a lot of that, and honestly, it was glorious. I would like to kind of bring Reality into the player of the game discussion, because if Boise State wins this next round, Boise State just kind of takes this and goes up 4-2, and I think it's looking pretty good for Boise State right now as we transition into our next game mode, which will be Strongholds.
Yeah, Strongholds will be interesting. It's another one of those fun, like, game modes with a lot of different complicated stuff going on, like, again, unlike Slayer, and so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes, especially because, for the most part, this last match that we watched was really in Boise State's favor, especially at the beginning, so it will be interesting to see if this is something that, like, Post University will be, like, following similar, if they'll learn from this match, and we'll see a little bit more just offensive play from them this time.
It's also just a very different strategy. There's a lot to kind of manage as we go in on Recharge. Do you have thoughts on that map pick?
Recharge is one of those, like, that map is interesting because, like I was talking about, there's a lot of, like, mixed maps, a lot of just all inside and a lot all, like, outside. This is one of those maps where it's all inside. So this one is weird because there's the way you throw grenades and the way that you use your abilities is pretty different because you don't have a lot of headroom in certain areas. There's a lot of nasty choke points on this map. It's also, if you're not paying attention, kind of easy to get lost in. I'm sure competitive players have a bit easier time because they've played on these maps 100 times, but I personally have gotten lost quite a few times in this map. So it's definitely one where you have to be a lot more mindful about where you are because it's hard to keep track of where everything is.
And where their strongholds are, because if everything looks the same and you're trying to find these objectives, you're just kind of like, can I have a mini-map, please?
Oh, and that's the worst part, because even if they have the icons in the air for you, sometimes it's hard to know exactly how to get there. It's like, yeah, I can see you in front of me, but, like, do I go this way? Do I go up? Do I have to go down? Like, and sometimes that's just down to, like, bad map design, but other times it's just, like, there's just so much going on that it can be really hard to tell what's going on with
How many walls are between point A and point B? Because I see it there, but how many walls are between me and that? Because I can't just walk through them.
And how many walls? But how many people, too?
How many people are behind the walls? Always check your corners. Are there any specific power items that you'd like to highlight on this map?
I mean, on this one, you know, the grappling hook is always still helpful just to have. This one is fun just because you see a lot of special items come out on this map because they're just easy to find and easy to spot most of the time, so I always get excited to see different weapons come out on this map. But you do have to be careful of the different grenades. Grenades become really useful with just how closed the corridors are.
We've seen some truly impressive cloaking and invisibility plays on this map in particular this season.
That's always exciting. I love when people can use the cloaking effectively because it's actually really good in Halo. Like, some games don't have, like, the invisibility-based abilities just really don't work well. If, like, you're playing against people that know what it looks like, it's super easy to spot. But this is one map, well, like, and just in general, one game where if you know what you're doing, it can be really hard to notice when someone's cloaking.
Do you think there will be any environmental kills off the edge?
I mean, if any map's gonna do it, it'll be this one. This map has a lot of just kind of easy to fall into areas.
Just take somebody and yeet them off the map in the corner there. So it looks like we're opening in Pit Right now, Boise State has control of C, and they're trying to take control of B in batteries. We see that grappling hook.
Hold capture.
Boise State up 2 strongholds, so now they've been able to start getting score 5 and still counting up with 28 seconds, only 28 seconds in.
As we can see, we already see the cloaking really benefiting Reality here. So he was just able to sit in front of them.
Sit in front of him and shoot, just like that.
Boise State already has control of 2 of the points. Post University lagging behind quite a bit as they only got control of 1. They're trying to push C right now, but Veigar and Uli Toxico are keeping it locked down.
Ooh, look at that. Veigar getting that elimination. Stage is definitely helping the aim here tonight. We see Hydro, excuse me. Veigar and Hydro holding down point C. Boise State now 50 as point B is contested. They're no longer still going up in points.
Mortar getting off a melee kill there, able to stop the recapture, but isn't able to get out of it unscathed. Same as with Reality there.
Now we are going back up in points again, as we have been able to take point B. 60. Now it's back under contesting. It looks like they're not really pushing point C. Point B is definitely the battleground here as we look over into overhang and now elevate. Now point A. Are they taking it over an elevator?
There goes Reality. But he was tag teamed there from both front and behind, so he wasn't really able to do much there. Uli Toxico was able to pick up a kill though, same with True Mortar, keeping it pretty in control by Boise State there. Recapturing B.
Uli Toxico's job is point C. That seems to be, they're like, yes, this is my point. I'm not going to leave this point, and you're not going to get on this point. And now Boise State has taken control of B and C, 75 and climbing to the only 5 for Post University.
Going into blue pipes here, not really gonna make it.
Think. Ooh, C's finally been captured. Now B's contested is Post University going to be able to get all 3 points. That would be huge for them if they could. Now
there
this lead is going 16, 20, 22, climbing up to Boise State 79. Post University really needs to hold these 3 as long as they possibly can.
Boise State's trying to push into B right now, but they're not quite able to get a lot of people in there. They are, they almost capped the point. Now they're going for C.
Sneaky, sneaky C push.
Veigar is able to get C, preventing Post University from overtaking them, but they were able to get a significant catch-up there.
50 points, yeah! In just a couple of seconds. And it looks like they might actually be able to cap C back unless Boise State can get somebody on there really fast. Now 68 and climbing. They're going to overtake that 79 in only a couple seconds.
Yeah, Boise State trying to cap A. It's going to save them from getting overtaken too quickly, but they still aren't able to gain any more points until they capture another point, which it looks like they're trying to go with B right now.
79 now to 82 in the past, like, what, 20 seconds? Getting all 3 points is lethal, as now Boise State is able to overtake the 82 for Post University. 85, the climbing has been stopped as point A is contested and almost actually just going to be straight up captured by Post University.
Yeah, it is now way too close for comfort for Boise State here, as Post University has once again been able to overcome them, now in the 90s with their points. Boise State luckily was able to recap B and hold A, but...
Oh, he didn't even see him! Reality's gonna come up there and kind of collapse some cheeks. What an amazing job done. We see A and B, 93 continuing to go up. Boise State's lead is only getting bigger. As now point C is under contest. Is Boise State's going for all 3 now.
Ooh, Mortar is having way too much fun with those melees. But it's paying off right now because he's been able to keep B under lockdown. Boise State kind of backing off of A now, just trying to secure their points.
So it looks like Boise State's still going up, 119 to 90. Their lead is steadily getting bigger the longer they have both B and C. Cobra Gene is halfway to victory. We'd love to see it for Boise State. If they can take this home, they just win the round and go up 4-2 in week 6.
And we still have 5 minutes left for Boise State and Post University to kind of make waves in this. Luckily, Boise State is gaining a significant 50-point lead now. And they've been able to lock down, but they better be careful. They are on B right now.
We see some of those spikes go out. Veigar gets those. Veigar gets that elimination.
Just kind of hanging out in control room right now. It gives them really good sight lines on C and, ooh, even A right now.
I really want to say that Veigar's definitely coming alive on Strongholds 11 and 4. KD there. I mean, or 11 and 5 now. Excuse me, right as I highlight him.
Yeah, he's kind of been their secret weapon here, just popping in on points when people aren't expecting it.
And getting the eliminations, just like sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Aha, you've been popped.
Ooh, unfortunate death there for Reality. It's going to open up B a little bit. Luckily, Mortar has a solid sightline there, but it's not going to be enough unless they can get a couple people there to back them up.
165 is going to stop going up as point B is currently contested. We see some nade spam kind of coming out. Who's going to win this duel? Oh, not Veigar, unfortunately. Reality's going to win a different duel. Can he find him on top of the barrel? Reality's going to get that melee kill. And now it is Post that is gaining points, 106, and still counting because they have B and C both captured.
Yeah, Post University is now able to try and catch up a little bit as Boise State has to try and figure out which point they're going to cap to stop this retake here. Uli Toxico just trying to hold down A, but is not able to as he's, man, grenade physics in this game.
Oh, and then we see more getting flung across the map. We see those nades in these corridors are lethal, and now they've managed to take all 3 points again. Is Boise State gonna lose their lead for a second time? 150 and still climbing.
Ooh, yeah. Luckily, Boise State does have Mortar right now trying to cap point, and someone was on, I think it was Veigar in Reality, trying to get on B. They weren't quite able to capture it, but now with A, they're able to stop some of that crazy increases you see with all 3 captured.
Man, and it looks like Boise State, they've still lost their lead, even with just the 2 off the back. We see Mortar go down. 173, Boise State is definitely making a hard push here in orange pipes, looking for some value on one of these strongholds. Reality's gonna get that elimination. Too weak to take the 2v1 though, across that high ground. So 187 and still climbing for Post University. If they keep this up, they might be able to take strongholds.
Solid high ground right now for Veigar. Ooh. Little trade there, but did help them clear up the area.
Post University still retaining pretty dominant control of C, but now B is under contest here. Will Boise State be able to take it? If they could, now might be the time. Now 168 and still climbing. Boise State, they've got a good 30 points to make up here.
Yeah, and they've got... And we're at 8 minutes now in the match. So we've been going for a while.
How long will those boxes keep you safe? Not very long from Reality.
He's staring down B now, knowing where he's going next to take out Post University.
He doesn't know! Doesn't even get to turn around there as Veigar just snipes him with the invisibility. We do see Boise State maintaining control of A and C, so points are still slowly but surely going up. Here pretty quickly, they will be able to tie and now take the lead against Post University. Oh. Looks like point A is under contest. Somebody's got to get on there to defend, but both Uli Toxico and Mortar have been taken down, so now it is Post University. They're not gaining points because point B has been contested, but now they are. We can't let them cap C again this late in the game.
Oh,
Boise
no.
State can't afford it.
Ooh, good job, Boise State. Veigar was there and ready to defend.
Veigar's always there, ready to defend. Oh, point B is turning into a battleground here as 213 and climbing for Post University.
Ooh, but 2 Boise State members are on A now, trying to work together to cap it, but
Just a couple
Permish.
shots missed there.
Oh, the solid nade throw from Permish was just able to take out their shields. Ooh, we're getting close now.
Boise State really feeling the pressure, like it's palpable in the air. 232, Boise State, if they want to sweep this, we've got to kind of take it back now. 237 and still climbing to Boise's 208 as Reality gets eliminated. That's not good, especially as Mortar goes down as well. It looks like Post is just playing a defensive game and Boise State can't take it away from them.
Yeah, so now Post University has a game under their belt. I think we saw something, similar to the last match as well.
So, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasters. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. And of course, we are always open for visits, and we have even special guests of honor here in Arena tonight. So, I mean, that could be you. Reach out to Doc Haskell and organize something. It looks like our next game mode is Oddball. So do you have any thoughts on that?
Oddball, like we talked about when we were talking about Capture the Flag, Oddball is very similar in the fact that it does take away one of your teammates, and it's different. Oh, never mind, it's King of the Hill, so that's going to be a little bit different. So this one's interesting because, there's 1 point to contest now, so there's going to be a lot of coordinated attacks on very specific spots on the map, and so that's going to be interesting because it's not like Slayer where it's all focused on the kills, and it's not like Strongholds where you've got to just spread your players out wisely. So it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a lot about the back and forth this time. And we're back on Livefire too.
So what does the King of the Hill point on Livefire offer in terms of defense?
That one is interesting. I don't fully remember where it is, so I can't exactly say, but because of just the way that map is, it's not it's just you have to be very careful about just in general, there's a lot of corridors like we talked about, and there's a couple really open areas which are going to be dangerous for types of just pushing around those points. Well, point.
Definitely. And you mentioned before, I believe, that King of the Hill is one of your favorite game modes?
Yeah, King of the Hill is it's always a fun game mode because it's just, like I said, it's not really focused on the the killing aspect, but it doesn't have so much just insanity going on with you don't know where you're going and there's 3 points to cover and it's so hard to coordinate it. It's actually a lot of fun when you're playing by yourself because you can still play it by yourself and do well, but in competitive, it's really important and just to be mindful of your team in that because there's a lot of team pushes that have to happen for King of the Hill and a lot of solid defense that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a nice balance of yeah, kills are important and there's not too much there's a lot of that going on, but it's not the sole goal, and there's not 3 points, so there's not too much happening. Looks like we're gonna get right into game here. Everybody's gotten in. This is Boise State at match point, and Post University trying to pull off the reverse sweep as Reality goes down.
Couple grenade throws over the sniper spawn there. Mortar trying to pick it up.
Oh, gonna get it. Get that elimination at least. Oh, immediately just gonna get that double kill, sneak around. It looks like Boise State is the first King of the Hill here.
One of my favorite things to watch is a sniper no-scope. Whenever you pull them off, they feel so special.
Now Boise State just kind of has to defend mostly in the open as they wait for everybody to kind of come at them. Mortar's going to get taken down. It looks like Veigar is as well. Boise State actually might. Yeah, it looks like the point is contested.
Oh, but it's an insane amount of kills for Mortar already with 1 death, but 5 kills there.
Now 6?
Yeah.
Mortar's just popping off here.
He's going on a rampage right now. As Boise State's able to recapture. Now pushing up to Canal, trying to cut off any pushes there back on 2 points. Oh, nice sneaky kill there.
It looks like Mortar's going to get that elimination onto my dudes with the melee, and Boise State is still in possession of the hill out in the open there. The rest of the members are kind of pushing, trying to make defense a little bit easier as Reality is going to trade with Purmish. Oh, Boise State is so close to scoring here. Right as I say that, it's going to get contested, and now Boise State battle for the point. It's kind of happening in long in Canal.
Recharging shields right now. Mortar's trying to fight someone, but he has some extra shields, so he's getting some backup here from Veigar.
Ooh!
Veigar isn't able to take him out, but Mortar was able to avenge him there.
Looks like as we kind of go around there, now it is Post University that is very close to scoring, but that's only a no, there are two members. One has the cross angle there, and Mortar's going to try and take him out, but be unable to do so even with the ping. Contested in the area. They will get taken out. Boise State is so close to scoring, but so is Post University, as Boise State's going to be the first one to score, and all that progress goes away for Post. Boise State up 1, match point.
Yeah, and now the point has moved to a little bit more of an open area, which is going to be dangerous for them, as we've seen, like we're seeing right now, a lot of grenades are being thrown now.
Battle of the nade spam. Looks like Reality is going to go ahead and get that elimination there. 5 and 5, even on kills and deaths. Oh. The point has just kind of turned into this all-out brawl. Like, Boise State's trying to contest. After so much of Post University getting very close to scoring,
Yeah.
we see Boise State just flipping it back and forth.
They'll have to be careful though, because Post University currently is closer to getting the point than they are.
Need to keep somebody on it and need to keep that defense. Check your corners. You know he's there at least now. Will you be able to win the 2v1? It's not a 2v1. True Mortar's going to take... Actually, yeah, just going to go ahead and take that out with some assistance. But Boise State is still in control of the point. We see Veigar picking up an elimination there over by Turbine. We see a shield go up. This will be an awesome opportunity to get some shots in and an elimination, as Reality's going to go ahead and take down Permish. Boise State now going to kind of rotate back to the point because it's nearing completion for Post University.
Nice double kill, but unfortunately not able to survive much longer. True Mortar's kind of able to help clean up there though.
Knows he's around that corner. Who can hit more shots? It looks like it's the True Mortar right now, as Boise State is in possession of the point and now just waiting for people to come to them. And actually might be our second score here pretty quickly. Yep, that is Boise State up 2 to Post University's nothing. The reverse sweep is not looking good for them right now.
Ooh, and now it's in the area where a lot of them spawn, so that's going to be dangerous for Boise State there as they try to push in.
They're trying. They're getting some eliminations, and it actually looks like Boise State is going to be second one on point. Waiting for them to come in. Knows he not going to be able to win that 2v1 there. But Mortar's going to take down Permish, kind of make things a little bit easier, send in some nade spam. That is all members of Boise State on point taken out.
Ooh.
I do believe.
Yeah, and it looks like Post University is able to keep up their lead right now. Boise State's just kind of regrouping and waiting. Except for Veigar right now, unfortunately was taken out before his teammates were able to back him up there.
Spammed out on grad board. Ripping the chat for the nade spams. We do see Overlook. We see some more nade spam going in there. It looks like he's going to be sneaking through yard and into house elbow. Has a current good view on the point. Boise State is looking to take this over.
Ooh, unfortunately though, he was attacked from behind there, so wasn't able to quite get what he wanted. Reality was taken out, but he did get a trade there, allowing Boise State to start defending the point.
And really all Boise State needs to do at this point is defend. They're up 2, so, I mean...
Yeah, they just need to keep Post University off the point for as long as possible.
And it looks like as we go in there, Boise State almost halfway. It looks like they're going to actually... They're still on this! I can't believe it! Veigar and Reality definitely fragging out individually on this point. I really want to highlight, again, Reality. 19-9, and then the next closest is Mortar with 17 and 8, and on the enemy team, Permish is like 3 limbs off with 15 and 16, almost double the deaths.
Ooh, nice double team there from Mortar. And the point has moved once again as Boise State got another point. We've now got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and Boise State only needs one more cap before they win the game, or just wait until the 3 minutes go down.
No, Boise State says absolutely not. We're playing aggro. We're here to win. We're here to get that final point, even if it is out in the open on Turbine.
Yeah, this one will be interesting because they don't have a lot in ways of defense there.
You just serve circle around the big turbine. You just play the peekaboo game.
That works until the nades start flying. Luckily, though, Veigar is barely, yeah, unscathed. Not unscathed.
Hanging in there, though. Oh my God. Veigar.
Oh, no.
But somebody else got there, though, right? Veigar's not giving up the point for anything there. It looks like now Boise State still contesting. We see the nade spam. We've gone on top of Turbine for a better angle. The objective is so close to completion, but it looks like Mortar just wanted those eliminations there, leaving the completion to his team, who's kind of getting wrecked on point by all that nade spam. And actually, Post University is able to flip it at the final second, literally like millimeters away from Boise State's victory right now.
They're now able to make quite a bit of progress now that they've pushed Boise State off of it. They're not quite where they need to be because Boise State's so close, but it is a dangerous position for Boise State if they can't get them off that point, which luckily they have managed to.
Oh, this might be it for Boise State. Just leave someone on there. There it is. So that is Boise State 3-1, and this only dropped a single map on Strongholds, but Strongholds was incredibly close. And we are going to take this and go up 4-2, whereas Post University is now 2-4.
Just opposites of each other right now. So, yeah, oh, that was a tough couple matches. Boise State had the upper hand in the first two, I think. Just like pretty easily, they were able to keep solid control, and Post University was just really struggling there for a bit. And then Strongholds, like you said, was just such a tough battle for them once Post University got control of those 3 points multiple times during the game, too. So that was insane to watch. But then, of course, Boise State was able to come back with good old Reality and Mortar popping off, and Veigar showing off a little bit, too, there at the end. That was awesome.
I do definitely want to say that Veigar was the player of Strongholds and I think King of the Hill. So as we transition into that discussion, I want to say that my overall nomination would be Reality, but I do believe that Veigar deserves special mention for like really coming alive in those last 2 maps.
Yeah, I think if they had gotten better control of King of the Hill, Veigar would have been the MVP, not King of the Hill, of Strongholds. He would have been the MVP there because he came in so many times on those points that were controlled by Post and would just take him out and was able to just disrupt Post University over and over and over again. And that really made a difference in how long it took Post University to win.
Are there any other players that you'd like to highlight for player of the game?
I mean, I think Mortar was just out there getting as many double kills as he could, just as many kills off the board, and I think he did a good job, especially in the capture the flag. He was able to just get a lot of eliminations there and was able to defend their points. So, yeah, I think Mortar would be my pick.
But Reality was the one running with the flag. So I guess we're going to see who our player of the game actually ends up being, because there are several contenders, I want to say. It looks like we are going with Reality. And I think this is, so Mortar, I think, was the one that popped off the most overall. But I think Reality played the objective slightly better while still racking up, like, double-digit eliminations, like usually only a couple behind True Mortar and sometimes even a couple ahead.
Yeah, Mortar's job in a lot of those matches was just to try and get as many people taken out as possible.
Look at him just grapple in and smack somebody.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Love that. So the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Reality is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game, and I want to say, at least for Bazaar, Spider-Man. Definitely trying out a little bit of Spider-Man there with the grappling hook into the enemy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. That is one of my favorite things, is when I see players take the grappling hook and go, all right, I could go up, but you're right there. That's pretty easy. Let me just, and then they're gone, because it's not only does it deal a little bit of damage, it's just super hard to like deal with. Because yeah, they are going straight towards you normally, but it's just like, it's so shocking normally, because you're like, oh my gosh, they're coming straight at me. What do I do?
You're like, oh, I'm being inted into. My entire screen is being filled up with Reality as he comes for my buns. So with that, do you have any final thoughts from this night? Before we get into top 5.
You know, I think it was just, I think it was just like, you know, a solid match overall. Like Boise State didn't exactly like sweep them, but they did a good job controlling and then coming back from that third match there where they ended up losing. So good job to Boise State and good job to Post University for managing to come back there too.
I think Post University did much better around the like centered objectives, whereas Boise State did much better in just straight up eliminations. And I want to say that that's like Reality and Mortar's fault because they were the ones that were like really popping off, whereas like Vagar was like more playing the objective, right? Which is important. And with that, as we present our top 5 plays of the game, they're presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming, and from all of us here at Boise State Esports, thank you for joining us, including our special guests of honor in Arena, and we'll see you next time.
His teammate backing him up now. Still in Boise State's favor and still a pretty good lead with 33 to 28. That was, ooh.
We saw him charge it all the way up to Canal, now on tower, charging it up again. Gonna have to drop and like go for that low ground there. Vagar's going to get taken out, but so is Worth. So it looks like both teams are kind of setting up here. We see things in the beginning. Nobody's really found each other yet. Both teams are kind of deciding who's going to int and who's going to stay back and defend. There's the duel up there on tower. Wow, that's going to go the True Mortar and Vagar's way. That is Boise State up 2 eliminations here. Now actually might be the time to make a push down. Reality tries to win the 2v1, but was too weak to kind of take that. And so now we are back in market. Just a straight out firefight. We see some nade spam. Mortar's going to go down.
Uli Toxico just trying to hold down the west alley here. Kind of runs into someone, is able to get a couple solid melees off there, but doesn't. Yeah, it's now only one member left in that area, but Reality wasn't able to quite get him out of the way. We're in market now. Just kind of watching the sight lines. Nice shot from Mortar there. Ooh, nice double kill. Right now, they have way more kills compared to pretty much everyone else in the lobby, including the other players on the other team. Ooh. Nice grappling hook up there.
Oh, he's gonna take it out and return that like grappling hook into somebody. Is he gonna do it again?
Goddamn, would you look at me? Yo, I'm a lazy motherfucker, that's what everyone sees. Ain't it funny how you wanna be the best, but you can't even get up and get dressed? Wasted, face it, you're never gonna make it. Rockstar, you won't get far. I know you're confused. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be. Wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie. What a time to be alive. How have I survived? Life's a battlefield. 1974. Tell you you can be anything you wanna be, a king or a queen, as long as you got a dream. Oh no, it's a lie, they just wanna take your life, try to tell you it's a battlefield. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be, wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie, what a time to be alive. How have I survived? Life's a battlefield. 1974. place to hide? Will you free my mind? Following the lights of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me. All I seek to find is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my mind? Following the lights of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me. Turning love to dust, 'cause we know we can't change. Feeling what we lost, but we still come back for more. Running out of time, but the hands are missing. It's an uphill climb. No more, no more. I see you hide. The stars aligned, and we had everything to heal us. No fear, no fight, as we decide to put the distance back between us. Take it away now. Take it away now. Are you letting this go? Take it away now. Take it away now. Are you letting this go? Are you letting this go? Wandering in this place, how I'm gonna spend my time searching open space, so we still come back for more, leaving I'm walking on a tightrope, and I wish I could touch the ground. My future's covered in smoke, but my head is up in the ground. And maybe this will all fade after one bad day, and I'll be okay. But my life is in the worst place, and I can't wait for heartbreak from my mistakes. I don't wanna burn these bridges anymore. It's easy to say things you don't mean when you're at war. I'm just too tired to fight, but there's an end in sight. Wave the white flag, I'm yours tonight. 'Cause my heart can't take these heights. I need your love with me for life. I need your love, I need your love with me for life. Sorry it ended this way. Sorry, I need your love with me for life. Sorry it ended this way. I know I made a mistake. I need your love with me for life. Brand new state, change your name. Covered up scars from your parents' place. It's everything you need to move on. On my neck, wasted breath. Tryna get with that someone next. I've never been the type to move on. Yeah, I never thought you were social. And now everybody knows your name. I know you'll take the world over, but I hope you don't forget this place. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. I know you're chasing your dream, but if you visit my street, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Not far from the top, you're never gonna drop. Running my mouth for the race I lost. It's hopeless, puddles to oceans. Compare our devotions. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna end your party. Don't pity first or second. First want to know who you think you are. 'Cause I never thought you were social, and now everybody knows your name. I know you'll take the world over, but I hope you don't forget this place. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. I know you're chasing your dream, but if you visit my street, don't you forget about me.
welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We have more Halo action here for you tonight. We have transitioned over from ECAC into now a Click Gaming tournament. This is Boise State versus New Haven, and we actually also do have some team member swaps in there as well. I'm still your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action is Noah Guadara. So we're going to jump right into it. What is Boise State's win condition as a team?
So Boise State's strong suit is that they are able to get frags. And those frags, and obviously, like, yeah, you always want to kill people, especially if it's a Slayer, that's like your entire win condition. But like in other maps, like game modes, like capture the flag or oddball, getting those frags actually opens you up to actually, you know, maintain a lead and get the lead. And especially like, you know, Reality or the Mortar, a True Mortar, they're able to actually, you know, like sneak up behind the other team and get those frags, and then that just, you know, extends the lead or allows you to, you know, catch up if you're behind.
Oh, definitely. Like, so even on modes where it's not Slayer, right? Even on like Oddball or Capture the Flag, which we are starting with Capture the Flag on Catalyst, the new map. So even in Capture the Flag, if you're up like 3 while you're waiting for them to respawn, I mean, that's definitely your time to like push the flag and really get in there. And it looks like, speaking of getting in there, we're going to just get straight into game. Do you have anything to say about the map Catalyst as we get started?
Catalyst is a very complicated map. It has lots of, you know, paths. It has that bridge in the middle. It has platforms, lots of elevation. And as you can see, these players are already using this elevation to their advantage or disadvantage, getting caught if you're below and you're getting shot at from above, unless, like Reality, they're getting killed.
So it looks like we see Veigar getting a kill off screen. We see a little bit of nade spam in the corridor there. Kind of checking your down hall on Grand Hall here. Peeking a corner, looking around, going up through pit, up stairwell. Going to go ahead and eliminate somebody in base. Not gonna be able to get the double kill there.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Catalyst is like anybody can come from any angle, and there's too many angles to hold. So you just got to be lucky. You got to communicate with your team to track the other team. And that's how you get the opening to actually capture the flag.
Flanky schmanky. It looks like we're kind of going in here. Veigar's going to get an elimination. It looks like somebody's thinking about going straight main on Mohawk, but nope, they're just going to get the elimination and back right up into Grand Hall. And now we see somebody getting this long sights on Plank, but no elimination thus far. You can see Reality kind of has that cross angle there.
Both of these teams playing very reserved. Just trying to, well, I guess Veigar gets taken out, but Mortar gets some kills. It looks like Reality gets taken out by Melee. So Boise State here with only one member up right now needs to just play defensive. True Mortar needs to not get caught.
Looks like Veigar and CNRL are the two with the highest kills in lobby right now. Very, very close with 4 and 4. And it looks like Veigar's going to go up one. So now Veigar just by themselves is the highest kill counter.
Yeah, getting those kills. Highest kill count in the game so far. Gets another very nice. Both these teams are not really going for the flag quite yet. And Veigar will actually extend this kill lead to now 7.
Ooh, firing from Catwalk.
8, 9.
Man, that was just a triple kill right there.
Gonna grab the flag. He'll die immediately, and this is Catalyst. Is you grab the flag, immediately get killed. Very nice by Veigar.
Looks like remaining members of Boise State are kind of going in there. We see the grappling hook. Somebody's pretending to be Spider-Man, trying to grab that flag. Dropping from top Mio to now balcony. Grappling hook into base on middle ramp. Not able to get any eliminations just yet. Their flag will be returned for the side of New Haven.
Reality here just saying, go, go, Gadget Hook, give me the flag. Runs into 1. Might run into 2. Actually gets FPS Kirito. Just gets launched, smacked into the wall.
Goodbye. Now it does look like now teams are just kind of waiting for each other, holding angles. You see Overgrowth just sitting there, moving into window. Now up the ramp into base, looking for a way in, I think.
Yeah. And when the flag is taken, it looks like True Mortar was very sneaky, just dropping the flag, trying to get as much distance as possible while still maintaining offensive capability, but will just die. This flag will Both these flags are taken. Red flag is returned.
It looks like as we go, neither team has scored. We are 8 minutes and 25 seconds ticking down. Somebody's thinking about grabbing that flag right there from base. They got to win the firefight first, though.
Zeke takes out Kage.
Ooh! Able to get the
Cyrano
kill
will
assist,
die,
but
yeah.
not, yep.
And this is now this is just a bloodbath around this Cobra flag. And like
The end of the
And-
bloodbath looks like Boise State's coming up.
yeah,
No, no, not quite, Vagar.
the Broncos flag was returned though. That's good
Which
for
is
them.
good.
Yes.
Cobra flag
Again,
So is the Cobra flag.
Again, in capture the flag, if your flag is taken, you cannot score. So both these teams want to make sure that their flag gets returned, or if it's going to, get taken, they want to at least take the other, so they can't get scored on.
So it looks like we see Vagar going in with some backup, trying to capture this flag right now. Falling back into the overgrowth. Reality will get eliminated by CNRL. I thought they were going to fall off the map there for a second. I was very
Me
concerned.
too. Kage will get killed. Mortar will fall though. Now it's just Reality. He's trying to get a headshot here. Just drops down. Looks like CNRL was a little confused there.
Still spectating Reality in base. Ooh, man, we switch right to Vagar and they get nade spam. Now we are on the true Mordor. You see Reality go down, Zeke get an elimination, but Zeke immediately get eliminated after that. Defending their flag, true Mordor is definitely popping off, able to get the first, but not the second. So now somebody else has to come in to defend the flag, and it looks like Vagar is going to do exactly that with some nade spam. And hopefully, nope, just barely going to miss that last shot there. So Boise State's flag has now been taken, and this might be New Haven kind of taking the lead on Boise State here.
The flag still hasn't been captured on either side for any of these teams, and with 6 minutes about remaining, both these teams want to get at least a point, just to, you know, feel comfortable. But again, the Catalyst is such a slow map. It's such a slow map. You cannot be fast-paced. And with the Energy Sword, there is a gentleman's agreement that neither team will take the Energy Sword. So that is why it's not being picked up. Reality with a nice kill. Might find two.
There it is. True Mortar going to get double those eliminations there. Catching up to Vagar with the lead still of 13 kills in this game. True Mortar is now going to pick up another one with 12 immediately after that. Vagar is going to go down. And it looks like at this point, Mortar's running with the flag. We're going to see what they can do.
Overshield tried to get the flag, wasn't able to. This will get returned once again.
We spectate Vagar get a little bit of nade spam in there. They will get eliminated, so that is 13 to 12. Looks like for Vagar right now, and CNRL is actually tied also with 13, 8, and 12 exactly. And it looks like those are the two sticking out to me right now on each team.
CNRL definitely getting a lot of frags alongside 3 members of the Broncos. And not a whole lot going on right now. We just see the True Mordor running away, getting shot up. Just lurking about, waiting to see if anyone tries to go get this flag.
Looks like so far nobody's coming into base. No, we cut away and over into window. Now base. Looks like Boise State's trying to do some stuff. Mortar's like kind of looking around into open hall. Catwalk, seeing what we can do. Hasn't been able to find anybody just yet as they rotate into overgrowth, or just kind of nade spamming, hoping something will stick.
That was a nice shot on Kage by the True Mortar there. New Haven needs to play a bit defensive now. They are down 2.
And Boise State is within range of their flag. Several members closing in there through overgrowth, up through window and catwalk. It looks like we're going to go in. Now is the time, I think. Everybody on New Haven except for Snipers is respawning.
And it looks like Snipers is making a beeline for Boise State's flag, just trying to make sure that they cannot secure the point. We have some melee action, some nade spam, and the True Mortar will come out not on top. Yeah, with this contested flag now, and Vagar dying, maybe New Haven makes an offensive play of their own.
Oh,
Rowdy will
definitely.
fall as well. And so Boise State's flag take was not successful. Flag return for New Haven, and now they're taking the flag of their own. They might be able to score a point. It's so close, but they will die, but now this flag will get taken back. This will be a point score for New Haven.
Well, and now with 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining, it took us a long time to get that first goal scored for New Haven. Now Boise State is in a pretty uncomfortable position, but they have 3 minutes to make something happen.
Kage will get taken out, but there's still 3 on each side. The elevation game is just so important on this map. You gotta look above, you gotta look below, you gotta look on the same elevation. Speaking of same elevation, Kage will get taken out by the True Mortar. True Mortar is doing some sort of sneaky
Tricky,
peeky play,
tricky?
saying go go gadget Spider-Man.
Go all the way into their base. Will they be able to get the eliminations?
They got one, they got
Just
Zero
capture that
RL,
flag.
but
Oh my gosh.
and it looks like
Look at him go.
just run with the flag, run with the flag. Optimal gameplay over here.
Why didn't we see that earlier is what I want to know. That's just been sitting in the back pocket the whole time. Grapple all the way outside.
I suppose they were waiting to coordinate the play, and now this flag is taken. New Haven is looking to take Boise State's flag once again. And with the flag return from New Haven, and now Boise State starts to sweat.
Goodbye. 2 people go off catwalk there. We see Pitt. Ooh, the flag is
Reality
contested.
needs to make a play happen, is shooting this person, but it's not the flag holder.
But gets them down.
Does get them down, but this might be another score once again.
Just there,
Oh,
maybe?
No. But we'll
Melee them with
smack
their
him with
own
the pole
flag.
there. Smack him with
That's
the
funny.
smack him with the flag, saying, "This is your national pride." Well,
Bonk.
bonk. Yeah. This is going towards the flag, and now this is just a beeline True
Straight
Mortar,
through mid.
but not able to actually get it through the door. So now this is a very dangerous flag take.
Taken.
FPS Carado will get taken out though.
So we're just kind of seeing a bloodbath as
Three
both
down.
teams go down. Man, now might be the time to just take that flag through mid. We're going to see what Boise State is able to do here, but their own flag is away, so they can't score.
Their flag might be able to get retaken though. We'll
Oh,
have to
man,
see.
we
It's being
gotta find
contested.
out.
It's being contested still. We just have Vagar just waiting.
Vagar's just waiting. Vagar's like, come on, give me the opportunity.
This is the flag contest game, but New Haven knows this. There's 30 seconds left. This is almost impossible for Boise State to win because New Haven is just playing the timeout.
oh,
So
no.
even there are going to be eliminations, you have to believe that New Haven is just fine. Not having this flag being taken or returned. Zeke will get taken out. 10 seconds left, and both of these teams know that this is the end. New Haven will take this map. No miracles today for Boise State.
Poor Vagar was just waiting there like, guys, I got it. Guys, I got the flag. Guys, I got it. But not quite. Looks like Boise State will lose round 1, capture the flag to Catalyst, excuse me. New Haven currently up 1. Wow, what are your thoughts on that map?
I think New Haven played very strategically there, especially at the end. Playing at the time like it's football and you're just, you know, spiking the ball. But it's the same concept, the same idea. New Haven seemed to have better mastery of the map. And obviously that was a really cool play, but I think it was the True Mortar to go,
the
go across
grappling hook.
the grappling hook. It wasn't successful. Unfortunately, it seemed that Boise State was just not able to find the opening, the opportunities. They were always so close, but they just seemed to be a little unlucky.
The members rotated, so Boise State would get the initial eliminations, but then they would lose too many people in the rotations toward the next flag. So Slayer, Streets. You said Boise State's strength was fragging, and I mean, there's no game mode where you're going to frag more than Slayer.
Yeah, I think that is Boise State's greatest advantage is that they have really good aimers. They have those controller players, so the aim assist does help them. And Reality Mortar, I'm unfamiliar with Zeke. He actually has subbed in for Uli Toxico. So I'm excited to see if Zeke can come in and get some frags as well. I'm
super familiar with Zeke, so let me just kind of like take that for a second. Zeke is in right now. They had to focus on some school stuff for the rest of the semester. Totally understandable. But Zeke is somebody that's been on this team for a while, and they're a GIM major who's done lots of graphic assets for Boise State. So like, they're both a fragger and a graphic designer here.
We all love a graphic designer. Graphic design is not my passion. I cannot make art to save my life, and I appreciate. What's up?
Draw a stick figure.
I can draw a stick figure. Me right now?
Yeah, draw a stick figure.
I mean, I can draw a stick figure. Anyone can draw a stick figure. It's a circle in like 5 lines. But Streets is a very good map for Slayer because it's sort of confined, claustrophobic there, except for that open area in the main street. And I think that will benefit Boise State, just getting those headshots, I believe there's a rocket launcher on Streets.
Oh yeah, you just rocket launch, just take it in main, and you're like, aha, who's gonna peek me and get blown? And we see the ragdoll physics as they get flung across the map. This is the map where I expect lots of those close corridors. I expect there to be lots of nade spam, and for people to just, unfortunately, like walk around a corner and get nade spammed out and be like, well.
Even better, you walk into that little corner cubby area, right into the rocket launcher.
Right. Right into the rocket launcher.
Right into the rocket launcher.
I don't know that anybody's looking to do that here tonight, but I definitely could happen.
Well, nobody's looking to do it. I'm saying it'll happen.
Likely.
Yeah, it's very likely. We'll see who gets the first frag here. Yeah, nade spam like you see, and already New Haven with 2 kills. 3 kills. Not a good start for Boise State, but again, it is very early in the game. We see the rocket launcher, though.
Got
it's a
somebody.
1-for-1, though.
That's important, though. Rocket launcher getting somebody. Veigar is on the board for Boise State, and now so is Zeke and Reality as well. Mortar, you got to pick it up. Got to get that 4th elimination for Boise State here, 3-6.
You mentioned the ragdoll physics, and we're already seeing it. That nade gets deflected off of Zeke. A little bit of miscommunication there, I suppose. However, Boise State is only 3 kills down. Lots of time to play.
Looks like we're kind of running around here. 3-6. We're looking for the enemy right now as we check Commercial Alley. There's one. We'll see if we'll be able to hit more shots. Fantastic job by the True Mortar. Now all members of Boise State are on that kill feed board.
That's what you like to see. Equal team participation. Boise State. 4 kills down, 3 kills down. As Zeke gets a nade kill. That nade spam looks like FPS Cardo was just trying to run away, was not successful. And that is a nade kill on CRNRL. Veigar also takes out Kage, and now this is evened up.
8-8, 10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. CNRL helped New Haven get an early lead, but now everybody on Boise State is really kind of coming alive here. Now we are 8-10 as CNRL is going to kind of pop off there, as well as snipers in Commercial Alley. Lots of shots are being exchanged, and Reality just couldn't get out of that corner.
Seems like the Broncos are having trouble kind of running into walls here, unfortunately. It seems like they've given up 2 kills to that. That's unfortunate. And we see the rocket launcher. Who will get it? It will not be a Bronco quite yet, but it looks like Reality will take the nade kill. We'll spam the rocket launcher. Will not find anything quite yet. Is in this corner cubby.
Waiting for somebody to peek, but they know that he has the rocket launcher there down main. Just gets him. Can't even see him around the corner. Gets him. That is now 12-14. Still in favor of New Haven.
It is 13-15. Very close. Anybody's game.
14-15, getting closer.
1 kill game. Yeah, 1 kill game. Will we see it? Will we see the even up?
I hear shots being fired. I don't see them.
And again, a 1-for-1. It seems like New Haven's saying, I don't want to give up this lead. There's lots of 1s-for-1s, lots of... I don't know what just happened there. It seems like CRNL killed Zeke, though.
16-19 now, Boise State down 3. 8 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Every time Boise State gains ground, New Haven's just 1 step further there.
Lots of nade spam going on, like you mentioned. He's not finding the targets, though. And this heat wave is just microwaving Boise State right now.
Now 18 to 22, down 4. I think this is the biggest gap that we've seen so far. Boise State really kind of, and it's still not even that big as we approach Commercial District from Plaza. We see that hallway. We see somebody coming in there. Veigar is going to get taken out by CNRL. Just hit more shots, but Zeke is going to get that follow-up elimination. We see some shields kind of come up as Mortar's just going to run into Main Street Alley.
Needs to recharge that shield. Wants to use this power weapon right here. Wants to use it very effectively.
Gotta find
we'll
somebody
find
to
somebody
use
with no shield. He's not actually able to find any others as New Haven runs away. Uses the shotgun. Wants to get very close.
Oh, there it is. Getting some eliminations now. 23 to 27, still down 4. Man, right as Boise State pops off somewhere else, it looks like mostly CNRL's doing a lot of work
my
for New
goodness,
Haven
Zeke
right
just
now.
got, I think that was a headshot right there. In reality, gets the explosion kill on that rocket launcher. 2 kills now. 2 kill.
So CNRL 12 and 7, definitely sticking away from everybody else. Boise State is more even with Reality and Mortar on 10 and 9, and then 7 and 8, or 8 and 8 now as both of them are taken out.
Still just 2 kill lead, so close. There's also that time to play for as both of these teams might want to be a bit more conservative as these numbers go up. However, right now it looks like we just have some posturing. Mortar takes out Kage. Reality has to run away as his teammate has fallen. Gets a plasma.
You know,
will actually get a return kill.
Gets the trade. Boise State needs to do more than trade though. 29 to 31, down 2, 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Veigar's gotta find the enemy, right? Lowest deaths in the game, but also lowest kills, which like tells me that Veigar's just kind of like, where is everybody?
He's tactically scouting the map, we'll say.
As we kind of go around here.
Yeah, in League of Legends we call those KDA players, but I don't think that's the intention. I think he's just been unlucky. As we see Kage get taken out by Reality. Now Boise State is actually up to, I think this is the first time they've taken the lead this entire game.
So we see Reality kind of running through Commercial Alley, Commercial District, exchanging some shots. Will they be able to get the elimination? They're gonna take a lot of nade spam there and lose their opponent to Veigar, just taking down CNRL. Definitely now 5 to 6, catching up, doing a good job. Has found the enemy and now is nailing shots.
Now with a 5 kill lead, it looks like Boise State, Broncos have found their stride, and now New Haven is just running away, but Mortar finds them. Finds 2 with 2 explosions of different types. Veigar finds CNRL, and now 41 to 33. This is 8 kill lead. Boise State is slaying on Slayer right now.
We asked for more from Veigar, and immediately the deliver is there. We see Zeke getting eliminations, the True Mortar getting eliminations, 43 to 36 now. Boise State can't afford to give up a whole lot, but I think now is the time to go aggro and get those final couple kills.
If you're Boise State, you're fine taking 1-for-1s at this point.
Definitely.
When you're up 7 kills, you take those 1-for-1s any day of the week.
And this is, I think, the biggest lead that we've seen between these two teams. It's been pretty close. I think 4 before that was the biggest. As Zeke and Reality are going to get eliminations. Boise State only 4 away from winning. It looks like right now, 3. We're getting into the final stretch here with 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining.
And now Boise State is just chasing them down like hunters, and the prey needs 1 more. You can play however recklessly you want because a straight bullet will win this game for Boise State, will win this one game out of the series.
Yep, and take us 1-1 in a best of 5. And actually, yep, Boise State is going to take that. What a fantastic job coming out. Fragging is their strong suit, and we got to see that.
Excellent play by every member of Boise State. Really did their part. Lots to talk about there, like how many explosions happened on streets. That's why it's such a fun map to spectate.
So, the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State esports. Top plays at the end of the night are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming. And with that, I do believe that those 2 maps will be the only Halo maps that we're looking for, because we do have very special guests, so we will be transitioning transitioning into Rocket League after these final thoughts on Slayer on Streets.
Like I said, Boise State, their win condition is getting frags, and they get frags. They have really good aimers. They have this ability to like always manage to get the rocket launcher somehow. They always steal it away. And so it just seemed to work out. I think I want to highlight especially just Reality, and I think it was Mortar as well.
Yeah,
it might have
the
been
two top fraggers.
Reality and Mortar, yeah. And I believe they were last time I watched and casted these guys, that was also the case, that they were also the top fraggers. So they just keep on continuing their streak as we even up the series 1-1. I'm excited to see how this plays out on a future date. Stay tuned.
And CNRL, that's the fragger that I want to highlight for New Haven, because I think CNRL was actually out fragging both Mortar and Reality. There were just, I mean, like 2 to the 1, right? Which is how Boise State was able to win Slayer in such a dominating fashion. And also because Zeke and Vagar were up there in eliminations too. Like everybody on Boise State was pulling in work, where it felt like with New Haven there was like that one amazing top fragger, and then it wasn't as even with the rest of the team.
Yeah, just look at LeBron and the Lakers. I mean, maybe it's too soon for that, but I don't believe the Lakers are doing quite well. And it's that exact same. It's the exact same perspective. You have that top player, that really good person, but then the rest of the team also needs to be there.
And with that, from all of us here at Boise State, thank you for joining us here tonight, and have a great night. Be sure to join us tomorrow for more Boise State action. I could not hear what I could not